What's up, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the broader markets. Just know that I am not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. Anyways, Tesla has a nice accumulation right over here, and we're trying to make higher highs and higher lows. We're trying to hold this white trend line, and I think there's a good chance that as long as we hold this, we could try to continue to uptrend. If we lose 315, there's going to be a risk of us dumping a lot lower, but as of right now, there's no sign of that, and we're holding up very well. Now, there is some good news coming out that could help Tesla to some extent, but I want to see Tesla hold above some key support and break resistance, which I'll talk about in just a couple of minutes. But firstly, just know this. When it comes to Bank of America, their research analysts at Bank of America have been saying that they anticipate that the share price is going to be going from 305 to about 341. They have a nice increase in their price targets, and they're expecting 3.8% upside for the share price. That's some good news right over here. They're also saying that they have a neutral rating still, but nonetheless, there is still upside potential. Other analysts also include UBS, which has a $290 price target on Tesla. They are once again concerned about Tesla's margins and such. But then other analysts, such as Piper Sandler, they're issuing a $400 price target on Tesla. Benchmark is also saying there's a buy rating for Tesla, looking at 475 as their potential target. So that's some good news. Benchmark is expecting 475 a share on Tesla, which is some good news. Could take a while to get up there, but once again, that is not bad whatsoever. On top of this, Tesla's getting lots of positive remarks about their new diner. There's actually a lot of pictures that came out, so this is what it looks like. It looks very futuristic, kind of retro styled at the same time. It's like a mix of two worlds, right? It's futuristic, but at the same time, it has like this old school style vibe to it. If you kind of look at things, like look at the way it says diner right here and other things. So it's futuristic looking and also like old school looking at the same time, but more futuristic. They have some cool looking decor that's worth looking at. They had food boxes that look like Cybertrucks. There's an Optimus robot in there. It's helping to take out popcorn, which is pretty funny. And also, you guys can see people are charging their Teslas and also looking at the outdoor theaters. So cool stuff. You know, there's theaters there. There's people all over the place. And at the same time, good food from what I've heard. Awesome stuff. If this goes very well for Tesla, this could help them build more revenue. Then at the same time, they could be building more of these in major cities, according to Elon Musk. Now, when it comes to our data, the manufacturing numbers were a little bit weak, which is part of why the market saw a bit of a dip, but now it's trying to get bought back up. So, as far as Tesla's going, we're holding this white trend line acting as a support, and there's a very, very good chance we try to once again reaccumulate. So we're doing a great job so far, and there's a good chance it tries to continue this uptrend to once again push for these highs, and then eventually for the 340s. It does look more bullish. As long as we don't lose 315, we're favoring upside for Tesla. There's a nice uptrend, and I think we're holding up very, very well. So approaching earnings from this point on, we're looking more bullish as long as there's no bad news. Now, SPY did dip quite a bit. We had this smaller time frame head and shoulders. So I did talk about this in my morning video. So it looked basically like this, right? The head and shoulders played out, but to be really bearish, I want to see SPY lose 625, and there's no sign of us losing that. If anything, we're getting bought back up at the 30 minutes 200 EMA, the red line right here. So see the red EMA, that's acting as support right over here. And this is going to try to push back up towards like the 628.64 area or above. If this continues, so there's a good chance it's going to try to do that. On the QQQ, very similar setup. It got a big rejection. I was talking about how we might be dipping to like 560 to 558 in my video yesterday, but I need to see us lose 560 to remain more bearish. For now, we're getting bought back up, so there's a chance we try to bounce for at least 562 plus. On the IWM, we dumped all the way down to 220 as we predicted, but now it's bouncing, so we're going to be looking for an attempt for 223.5 plus. On ES, we dipped quite a bit. We're trying to get bought back up. If we lose 6,300, that's going to be more bearish, but as long as we don't, we're going to be looking for an attempt for 6,340. NQ is also trying to bounce. We need to break past 23,229 to push for 23,275. As we're trying to get held up right here, I want to see if we could break resistance at 23,229. Then we could be pushing a lot more. Bitcoin's looking more bullish, looking for 119,000 as our potential target. It's still holding up well. Tesla's also holding up well. Once again, we're going to be favoring 335 and then eventually an attempt for 340. If we could continue to hold at these levels, I just want to see us hold these levels. As long as we don't lose 322, I think we're looking quite bullish on Tesla. On Nvidia, we did dump to fill the gap, which is part of why the market dipped. We did talk about this, but once we fill the gap, we're bouncing. So I want to see us reclaim 169 at the very least to continue to push. If we can't and we end up losing like 160, we could dump more, but for now, there is upside potential. Looking at Apple, we look more bullish, higher highs and higher lows. If we lose 212, we're looking for a bigger dump. So long as we hold this, we're looking for an attempt for like 215. On Netflix, there are some signs of weakness here. Unless we end up holding support, we're watching 1211.80 as our supports, and we'll see if buyers defend. AMD is looking weak here. We're making lower highs. We could try to push for basically 154.7, and we'll see if we reject or not. But for now, there is upside potential. Coinbase is trying to bounce here. We need to hold above 406. As long as that holds, looking for an attempt for 413 again. Amazon's been dipping quite a bit. We might dip closer to 225.8 before it tries to bounce, so it could dip a little bit more. So be careful with Amazon. Meta rejected off 718. It could get bought back up for 708, but there's a range between 700 and 708. I think we trade sideways for now. Google is more bullish, higher highs and higher lows. Let's see if we could reclaim 191. If so, we're looking for an attempt to retest these highs. And Microsoft is trading sideways between 512 and basically 507. So I think we likely continue to do that. Sideways price action. The VIX is trading sideways as well. This kind of popped, but we're going to see if this rejects more as we have a gap to fill. But if anything, it's just trading sideways, not really doing a whole lot yet. And as far as the market is going, it's trying to bounce a bit. This is helping Tesla. I just want to see Tesla hold the white trend line on the 4-hour time frame. So this big white line, I just want to see Tesla hold this trend line up just like this. As long as it holds, we're looking more bullish. I think we're doing a good job at holding up. So we may continue to uptrend. Tesla's holding up very, very well. So keep that in mind. Anyways, that's it for this one. Thank you for listening and peace out.